Valley, a gambler's paradise in the desert. It's a big, beautiful open world out there. A place filled with the greatest driving moments, where you can lose yourself in your own driving adventure.
How big is your army? 100,000.
Truly, Fortune Valley has something for drivers of every stripe. Plenty of challenges await you as you cruise around the world. What event will you take on? What street leagues will you take down? Looking for a drag race? Riot Club awaits you in the quarter mile among the warehouses of Boomville. Be warned though, Big Sister and her clan follow no rules but drag rules. Itching for an off-road battle instead? League 73 has been spotted tearing it up near the airfield. And if you think racing isn't a contact sport, you haven't met Udo and his crew. If the thrill of the chase is more your thing, check out the bait crates the cops have set up all over the valley. As the competition heats up, you'll need to stay one step ahead of your rivals. Find dealerships to buy new vehicles, then check out the latest upgrades at a tune-up shop. Acquire garages to customize and show off your personal collection of one-of-a-kind rides. But the ultimate objects of desire aren't for sale, though. Scattered throughout the valley are the priceless derelicts. Bring these scrap chassis and parts back, craft your own original vision of automotive perfection, then take it to the streets for some open-world domination.
Look, watch me, watch me, watch me. Do this. Since 2012, I've been the coolest. If you do not get it, man, you foolish.
They say to be the best, you gotta beat the best. Rack up the miles in the biggest open world Need for Speed has ever seen. See you soon, drivers, in Fortune Valley.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Chevy Boy back on the channel. And so the trailer that you guys just saw, right now you're just, I guess, watching me, you know, like, do a replay of a real racing through racing panorama. But, no, the trailer that you just saw was for Need for Speed Payback. And to be honest, I am really psyched about this game. Like, ever since it first came out, man, I've been, like, so hyped up for this, you have no idea. And mostly because of the fact that I view it, now with all the information that we have, as kind of a spiritual successor to Pro Street. And I'll tell you why. Because, if you guys have heard anything about the game, you'll know that there are, 4 or 5 different disciplines. You got drift, drag, off-road, runner, which is the cops, and I believe race. So that's 5 that I count. Pro Street had something similar, where it was 4 unique disciplines with one, like, overall king. And the similarities between Pro Street and Payback are extremely evident in that, and it kind of mixes in a little bit of carbon, because of the fact that it's, you know, it's these organizations or these crews that are battling for this territory. They're not battling for it, but they have this, you know, their own special skills, like Pro Street did. Like I said, you know, the disciplines. But then you got the cop stuff, which is kind of reminiscent of carbon in that way. But it seems like, you know, the drag spec cars, they all run muscle cars, you know. The drift mostly is like tuners and such. German cars, you know, well, tuners and a little bit of tuner-esque Euro cars, I guess. Man, that Porsche, the red Carrera GT right there was hard to get by. But I'm gonna end up fighting back and forth with a R35 through like the next 2 laps, I think. But yeah, no. It's still tough when these guys are maxed out. But anyways, yeah, no, like, again, it's very evident that they took some inspiration from Pro Street, considering that the drag discipline, I guess, has not only a female, driver, like the head of the group is a female driver, but she also drives a Mustang. The girl in this game, Payback, she drives, I believe it's a 65 Mustang, but Carol Monroe, the drag king in Pro Street, yeah, that GTR, man, I had to fight to keep my spot through the last 2 laps. But anyways, the drag king in Pro Street, Carol Monroe, she drove an '06 Mustang GT, if I'm not mistaken. So the similarities between that and Payback are pretty evident. Also, the reason why I said it reminds me of Carbon is because of the fact that it's set in a very brightly lit city, like a very brightly lit, and very, I guess the city is very appealing to the eye. You know what I mean? It's brightly lit, it's colorful. You can see everything pretty much. As far as what I know, I mean, you've got, what looks to be almost like canyon, well, not canyon style roads, but sort of. You know what I mean? Like you had in Carbon. You've got the cop chases like you had in Carbon. Obviously. And then you've got those cards for, your parts that you can go to shops and buy. Well, that's kind of like what they did in Pro Street, because if you remember in Pro Street, they, like, you could get, stage 1, 2, and 3 parts right off the shelf. But stage 4 parts, unique parts, you couldn't get. You had to actually win those. But you had to pick those cards, those markers or whatever, to be able to get them. Kind of like what they're implementing in this. So they're taking elements of older Need for Speeds, like the cards, like the brightly lit, city, the 5 or so disciplines, and they're kind of mashing them together. And to be honest, I cannot wait to not only get my hands on it, if and when I can, but I also cannot wait to actually play the game, because, the physics, I'm not sure how the physics are going to act. Hopefully they're not, as twitchy as they were in Pro Street. Sorry, guys. Accidentally touched the screen. So, hopefully they're not as twitchy as they were in Pro Street. Or not Pro Street, hopefully they're not as twitchy as they were in 2015. I'm glad to see that, they brought cars back, like the 67 Camaro, like we had in Carbon, like we had in Pro Street. And actually, when I was playing Pro Street, when I beat it, I was like, I like the 65 GTO, but I'd much rather have this 69, 70, 72-ish GTO Judge. That's the body style that I like. And I thought about it, I'm like, man, I wish they would have brought a G-body in. If you guys don't know what a G-body is, that's the 80s Oldsmobile Cutlass, the Chevy Monte Carlo, and the Buick Regal. Or in this case, the Buick GNX in the game. And to be completely honest, I have never seen a GNX in a Need for Speed game. Granted, I've only played, Carbon, Most Wanted, Pro Street, and Undercover. But that being said, they have variety. Like, they've got the modern Corvette, so it may not be a C6, but a C7 is better than nothing. You know what I mean? C7 is the C6 of this era, of this modern day. I think it's the Grand Sport too. Yeah, it's the Grand Sport. And then, you've got Porsche, you've got the older classic muscles. So you got the 67 Camaro, you got the C10 pickup, which I've never seen a C10 pickup in any Need for Speed game ever. And I came in 5th, in case you guys were wondering. But no, I've never seen a C10 pickup ever in a Need for Speed game, which I think is going to be amazing when I get my hands on that. If I can get my hands on it, you can bet your bottom dollar that I am going to be, I'm going to be putting that into off-road. The 55 Chevy, same thing. Probably going to be using it as a drag car. The 67 Camaro, probably going to be using it as a drag car. Like I said, I'm not sure when I'm going to get it, but I will eventually get it. You see a lot of supercars in the game. The 918, I believe the P1 is in there. Bunch of other supercars. The Datsun 240Z is one of the derelicts, so I might do that as a drift car. I'm not sure, but I mean, we'll see. The runner is definitely going to be the 69 Charger or the 70 Cuda. So there's that. I mean, man, like, I am so hyped up for this game. I don't know if you can hear my voice, but I kind of wish they brought Auto Sculpt back. But I mean, I guess, the way they're doing it now is okay. I think their wheel choice, from what I've seen, could be bigger, more expansive, more extensive. Because to be completely honest, I am not keen on, just a couple manufacturers like in Pro Street, in, Carbon, and Most Wanted, in Undercover. Yeah, Undercover, Pro Street, and Carbon were Auto Sculpt. They had Auto Sculpt. They had, non-name brand kits, because obviously, you can't put name, you could put name brand kits on the cars, but back then, I think it was more like the player chooses customization type of thing versus here's a set body kit, kind of like Underground 2, yeah, so, but anyways, I really enjoyed Auto Sculpt, but at the end of the day, it's either, going to be like 100% or 0, depending on your preference for the body kit, so there's that, but like I said, the wheel customization's alright, you size it, you throw a paint color on it, and I think that's about it, if I'm not mistaken. Tires, I'm not much for stretch tires. Like, I don't know if they're coming back in this game or not, but to be honest, I don't think I'd use them anyway. But, regardless of that, my first impressions on this game... Sorry, no, as I was saying, no, if and when I can get my hands on it, I'm getting it, and I think I'm just going to go straight for the muscle, like, depending on what you can buy, what you can unlock. First thing, I'm probably going to go with either the GTO, the Camaro, or the Grand National. And then just kind of go from there. But no, guys, let me know what you guys thought about the trailer and what you guys think about the game. What you're hyped up for about it most. And, catch you down the road. Please, subscribe if you are new, and if you did like this video. But, yeah, until then, I'll catch you down the road. This is Chevy Boy signing out. Peace, y'all.